lights off. Turn off the office light. Yo, good morning. You know what time it is. It's 6:38 in the morning. Sorry I'm late, but I just got off work. This is episode 17 on this Monday morning of April. What day is it? This is a damn shame I don't know what day it is. The 25th. It's a damn shame I don't know what day it is. Let me tell you something. I've been working all weekend. It's Monday. A lot of y'all just getting up before work. Let me tell you this. We gotta get ready. Ain't no ands, ifs, buts about it. We gotta get ready. It's a whole new pipeline of bullshit coming through. And people who feel secure with their jobs, they feel secure with their careers and all of that. But you gotta ask yourself one question. What do you do when they turn it all off? What do you do when you can't go to the grocery store, you can't go to the gas station, all the things that they prepare for us in the name of convenience? What happens when they take it away? Do you ever ask yourself that question? Do you ever ask yourself, what would you do if? Because it's not really a question of what you know. It's more of a question of what you're willing to do at that point. I'm gonna tell you like this. The people who succeed are not special. They are not any more capable than the next person, in the sense that the skill set is similar or less than even. That's not what's important. What's important is what people are willing to do. Has anybody ever asked you to do something and you wasn't willing to do it? But then somebody else came along and they were? Was there a reward or a penalty for that? A reward for them, a penalty for you? Think about that moment. Think about that moment when you're trying to figure out why it ain't happened yet. Think about that moment when things switch up and you are unprepared. I'm gonna tell you like this. I done had those moments. I done looked opportunity in the face, either walked away or I wasn't willing to do what was asked to receive the reward. So it ended up being a penalty. Do you have any moments like that in your life? Ask yourself that. And those things that you continually refuse to do, those things that you hate to do, those things that you fear doing. Have you ever thought about what would happen if you did those things? If you took that step? You got to ask yourself every single day, am I doing what I need to do to get to where I'm trying to get? Why do you think there's always a way? Have you ever thought about it? We asking some serious questions this morning because it's about to get real. The words that I'm choosing are being chosen for a reason. I'm saying these things right now for a reason. We got to come to an agreement on the next level being inescapable. It's got to be a requirement now. When you feel like everything is just in chaos, that's when you got to push harder. It's not going to get easier avoiding your challenges. It's only going to get harder. You got to face everything that you fear head on. And then realize that the things that you fear, that fear that you have, is not even what the reality of the situation is. Because we fear it when we don't know. Once you know, there's no fear. You don't have to guess. You don't have to wonder. See, the mission is clear to those who see. But for those that still struggling with the idea of being in control of your life, actually don't want to take that step. Because once you take that step, now you're responsible. It's on you. You gotta do it. And that's the problem. If you were sitting on a wild horse and it didn't have reins on it, it didn't have a saddle on it, can you hold on and keep riding that horse? You gotta ask yourself what you're willing to do. You gotta ask yourself, are you willing to do what it takes to get there? Is your destination clear? These are questions that I'm asking you today because it's Monday, April 25th. And we ain't got no more time. So whatever it is, you gotta You gotta just say fuck it and go. Alright. I'm gonna do one thing right now. I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to change your life. Reach deep inside yourself. Figure out what that thing is that you fear most about doing in your life. And then go do it. Immediately. Because as soon as you do that, your whole life gonna change. You're gonna see things in ways you didn't see them before. You're gonna realize that you've always had the power to get it done. You've always had what you needed to get where you're trying to go. But now, there's nothing standing between you and your destination. I want y'all to hit me up on Instagram, on Twitter, at The Rude Educator. Send me emails, therudeeducator@gmail.com. I'm sending replies ASAP. We about to get this done. We about to go in. You do not want to miss this. I'll be right back. And you want to know, y'all want to know why that wasn't part of, y'all want to know why that wasn't really part of the, I just got off work show. Cause I don't know what that was about. That was some wild shit. It had me in here talking crazy, man. Knew I shouldn't have drank that coffee this morning. I'll get me some orange juice like I normally do. Hey, let me play the intro and I'll be right back. Man, that is the glitchiest graphic, video, whatever I've ever seen. It's ridiculous. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy CB, aka The Rude Educator. We are here on the I Just Got Off Work show on WETF. It is set 6. It ain't even 7 yet. It's still 6:52 in the morning. I just got off work. I'm a little tired. You gotta excuse me. Like I said, I don't know what there was in the coffee had me talking like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that was kind of scary. If you still watching after watching that, God bless you, because what was that? I'm looking over here like it was a different person, but it was me that was saying that. But it didn't make it any less scary. I don't know. Was you scared? I was a little scared. And I was sitting there saying it, so I don't know. We got a lot to talk about this morning because there was a lot on my mind last night. It was a pretty long weekend so far as work was concerned. I will not ever burden you with those types of discussions. But just know your boy grinds. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Did you watch the playoffs? I'm going to start there. Did you watch the playoffs? Man. So before we went into the weekend, it was a lot of undefeated squads. And we came out the weekend with only one undefeated squad, which is Boston. So, am I saying that right? Yeah, that's right. Because I was thinking about how much people have been talking about Kyrie and Kevin Durant, being garbage. Not garbage, but just not that great. And that's why, because Boston been spanking that ass. Do y'all, KD is, he's really good. I don't know what it is exactly. I think KD tried to be. I don't know. I think he tried kind of like to be like LeBron in the way that he demand excellence from his teammates. But the problem with that, that kind of hardcore attitude is, it's still a game. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta have fun out there. When it ain't fun no more, I don't think that really worked. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe that's why KD and Kyrie got together, is because they respect each other's work ethic, and they both, but they both kind of like some weirdos too, when you really think about it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people done said this about Kyrie, but KD a pretty fucking weird dude too, when you think about it. And I ain't trying to judge or nothing. I'm just saying, like, like, he a weird dude. You just all the way around. The ashiness. You a millionaire, dog. Why you out there on the court ashy? I know that should be maybe like one of your last concerns, but you a professional basketball player, man. Like, you an all-star. You out here ashy? I know people gave him grief for that already, but I'm just saying, like, in the scheme of things, KD probably should be, one of the top players. I think he is one of the top players. But this playoff is showing a little something missing, maybe. I don't know. Harden didn't want to play there, but Harden work ethic sucks from what I can tell. And Philly got a little exposed, right? Because Philly was winning, and they lost to Toronto. Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, and his crew. Don't get me wrong. We talking about some good teams. Ain't nobody to watch. You know what I'm saying? Even my Bulls got one in, and the way they got spanked last night, it's amazing that they got that one. But they a good team. It's just they got some major weaknesses that finally got exposed. That the better team's been exposed. It's just a weird thing with the Bulls. They were saying how weird it was how they had like good stats on certain categories, but they were still losing by so much. And that could be like the flaw, that could be the flaw in the analytics showing up too. Because, analytics run a lot of sports teams these days. And those guys running the Bulls probably was big analytics guys. And the problem with that is that you can crunch those numbers. Those numbers don't account for the human element. And the human element, when it comes to sports, is all up and down it. And I don't care how many numbers you put in. I'm a math guy. I gotta say that. But you can't replace human beings with numbers. It just don't work like that. Time and time again, people have iterated that point. It just don't work like that. Humans throw mathematics into out of whack every time. You got more inside of you than, ones and zeros. You know what I'm saying? That's that soul. They can't nobody explain, you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody science away the soul. And that's, you know what I'm saying? That's just real spit right there. Like, yeah, it's your energy. But how your energy got conscious, how is your energy aware of itself? Something to think about this morning. It's about 6:59 on a Monday. Man, I'm still tripping a little bit about the Snowfall finale, honestly. That dude went through some bullshit. Mike Tyson got in a fight or something on the plane, right? Mike Tyson beat somebody up or something. We'll see what happened with that case. Mike been calm, Mike, like, really getting to a point in his life where he like, I'm just too old for that shit. He might be like, I still whoop your ass, but I'm really too old to be whooping your ass. You too old to be getting your ass whooped, even. But, I'm still Mike Tyson, so don't do that. Whatever it is, don't do that. You hear the stories. Who was that told the story about? Anyway, all that stuff. Hope everything is cool with Mike. I hope he, stay on the outside and all that good stuff. Hoping ain't no serious charges going on. You read headlines about some stuff, and I ain't get into that story just because, they talking about Mike Tyson beat somebody up. It's probably like another boxing match or something. Who knows? And, people run with it. Somebody know what's happening. I don't. It don't really matter. I saw Mike Tyson beat somebody up, and I was just like, that's odd. And it's funny that I said that's odd. But Mike in a new place. You know what I'm saying? How to get you hyper, reefer, make you calm. That's all I'm going to say about it. Speaking of which, had a couple of albums, talking about music, drop over the weekend. I did check out the new Pusha T album. It's Almost Dry. Now, for my fellow old hip-hop heads out there, if Pusha T make an album and ain't nobody producing it but Neptunes and Kanye, and then Jay-Z pop up on the album, but then 2 Chainz been begging for a Jay-Z cameo feature for years and can't get one. Does that make Pusha T the superior artist? Does that make Pusha T a better trapper than 2 Chainz? And what is it about 2 Chainz that Jay-Z don't mess with? Because he got the audience. Is it the lyrics? I don't know, man. It's something going on there, man. I've been suspicious about it since he started mentioning it, but 2 Chainz really, like, he ain't like obsessive about it, but it's like it's one of them funny things. Like, you ain't got no songs with Jigga. You 2 Chainz. You would think he got songs with Kanye, but 2 Chainz wasn't on, the Crew song, or Click. I'm sorry. I messed that up. He wasn't on Click, and then Jay-Z wasn't on Mercy Alago, or Mercy Me, whatever they called it. And that was on the same album, so you wonder what's going on there. Maybe that's just my mind. I wonder what's going on there. It's funny to me though. Other stuff that I got a chance to listen to. So, Fivio Foreign is considered a drill artist. I need somebody to explain to me what the subtle. I mean, I guess drill is a genre of rap because rap has genres now. If that's correct, let me know. I think that's the idea. I'm an old head. I don't really know, but I do know that drill is like what the style was in Chicago. I thought with Chief Keef, and all those guys. I thought they was drilling in the Chi, but then now they drilling in New York is the big deal, and New York got the new mayor, and then he came in trying to ban drill or something like that. It sounds crazy. But then who called the meeting? I think it was Mano that called the meeting to get all the drill, cats together with the mayor and work something out. But long story, I checked out Fivio Foreign's album. I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. I'll be real with you. But it was dope. It was a dope album though. That's my point. If you don't know who Fivio Foreign is, if you had listened to King's Disease, the first King's Disease by Nas, they had a song on there with A$AP Ferg and Fivio Foreign called Spicy. It's all produced by Hit Boy. But I heard him on that song, and I that's the first time I think I heard of him was on that song, and it was cool. It was like okay, I got what Nas was doing. He was trying to invite the new people up, but then I kept hearing the name over and over again. I was like, okay, he must be something like that I need to pay attention to. A$AP Ferg was also on that song, one of my favorite artists. So I figured since, what I'm saying, got two of the three people I mess with, I probably want to, F with Foreign. And, it was worth it. Now, I'll be real with you. The first time I heard one of the joints off the album was on Joe Budden's, and they played, the City of God, if you're familiar. And, Alicia Keys singing about New York is always going to be a hit. I don't care what year it is. She can sing about New York City 20 years from now, and everybody going to be loving it. If you got love for New York, maybe you don't. Maybe you hate New York for some reason, and songs about New York piss you off. So you probably not gonna dig No Time when Alicia Keys singing about New York. But people that either like songs about New York, or that like New York City, or that just like Alicia Keys singing about New York City, or just like Alicia Keys singing, you'll dig it when Alicia Keys sing about New York City, because when she sing about New York City, she really, really mean it. I mean, I don't know, when you grow up there and it's awesome, you probably love it. I don't know. All I know is the album is dope. So that's two for you to check out. Pusha T, It's almost dry. And the Fivio foreign album, I think is it called The Bible? Let me check that real quick. Because I don't wanna mess it up for y'all, and then y'all be like, CB told me the wrong name. CB told me the wrong name for the album, and now I'm all messed up. So don't blame me, because I'm about to get it right for you right now. Yeah, okay. It is called Bible. Bible. So that's a throwback to Killer Priest, first song on the GZA album, Liquid Swords. It was a bonus track. Bible, Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth. One of my favorite songs ever. One of my favorite artists ever. We had thanks to the brother. Shit, I don't even know what to call my brother right now, because cats. I don't mean nothing bad. I'm just saying, like, I've been out of touch, and I ain't talked to the brother in a minute. But the brother I'm talking about, somebody I used to call Rafiq. And matter of fact, I know his name is John, because he got the exact same government name as one of my cousins. But that ain't the point. Point is that thanks to that brother, I got to kick it with Killer Priest a couple of times, actually. And that's one of my favorite artists of all time. If you never heard Heavy Mental, the album by Killer Priest, you need to check it out. It is one of the best Wu-Tang albums ever. One of the best albums, period, ever. And Killer Priest is kind of like, a poet with it. You know what I'm saying? He's poetic with his writing, but then he'll kill the MC as well, of course. But check out Killer Priest Heavy Mental if you have not done that. So that's a throwback jam for you. Check out GZA Liquid Swords if you ain't checked that out. I don't know why you would not have checked those out at this point, but I know how stuff slipped through the cracks. I do it all the time. I go back and listen to something that I may have heard of but never really listened to it, and then I go back and listen to it and realize that I've been asleep all this time, and I bump it for a minute because I missed out on it all those other years, and now it's time for me to catch up. What else in music? I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but it's a lot of, I don't know what the word for it is. It's a lot of music. There's garbage out there these days. So you really got to find, here's the problem. There's so much music out there. And then there's so much of that music that is garbage. You scared to even take a chance on listening to something new. You got to get a recommendation from somebody that knows. And that's where we at right now, because let me tell you something. I've listened to some horrible things on that music service. Oh my goodness. And it's like, I know somebody paid somebody for this to be here. So why would you let it be this garbage? Or maybe I'm old, and that's the other part. If I'm just too old to get it, let me know. But there's good music coming out too. So, music that I like, I should say. And maybe the music that I like, somebody else thinks is garbage. As a matter of fact, I know that's the case. I keep hearing that 90s hip-hop is boring. Boring? I guess it ain't fast enough. It ain't enough auto-tune. I don't know what they mean when they say that it's boring. And that's how I know that I'm old. Because we used to call our parents' music boring. And then we got older and realized, oh my God, this is the shit. Some of us realized it sooner than others. But at some point you realize, yeah, the generation before, I kind of mess with, I kind of fuck with what they doing. Um, I had that moment a lot because, my pops had records, my uncles had records, so that's all we did. We would listen to records all the time, old school joints. We knew a lot of the old school joints, but I don't know if these kids doing that, man. I mean, some of them doing it, but then the results is like not correct. Like I used to put on an old record and be like, oh, I mean, maybe that's what the excitement, you know what I'm saying? Finding like some of those samples that you thought, was so great on those old records. These kids these days, they ain't really got nothing to, their music is so like what it is, it ain't nothing throwing it back to nothing before. It's like empty. But that's my opinion on it. I know they love it, you know. Used to throw on some whatever it is right now. They'd be going nuts. And I would just be sitting over in the corner confused because I don't get it. Again, I'm 44 years old, so maybe that's why. But this is what we're going to do right now. It is 7:14. All right. Now, I don't normally do this, but I'm going to put, since they know, I want to make sure that I got all the lines of communication open. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to put my number, my cell phone number up on the screen. And I want people, if you're on a live show, you can call in. If you're watching on, if you're watching the replay, then just text me. And I want you to say, whatever you got to say to me. If you don't know what to say, just say what up. But I'm trying to see something with, engagement. I want to see engagement. And I want to give people options so they can engage with me. You know what I'm saying? So expect that number to go up. Matter of fact, I'm going to take a break and then I'm going to put that number up for y'all. And then I'll be right back. So hold on. All right, that didn't take long. But yeah, we on that. We on that right now. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Get with me. Trying to do big things. I need you as either a mentor for entrepreneurs coming up, or if you're an entrepreneur trying to get started, then I need you to hit me up. So we got people to actually mentor. We're going to do this in the name of collaboration. We're going to do this in the name of love, because I want to see people win. I want to see people, you know what I'm saying, continue to win, those that's been winning, and the people that's trying to win. We're going to figure out why you're not winning yet, you know what I'm saying, and get you put on to where you can win. You know what I'm saying? Hanging around winners you end up being a winner too. I was talking about NBA teams. You know what I'm saying? Now you got a team like, or you should say you got a player like KD who demand excellence out of his teammates, and maybe that put too much pressure on him. But then you also got a team, you got a player like Steph Curry who shows excellence, right? Because if you showing me what it's like to be excellent, then you ain't got to demand nothing out of me. I'm going to watch you and watch how your success affects you and want that for me. You see what I'm saying? You ain't gotta demand it when you showing what it looks like. Because when you show what it really looks like, when you put it in the light of it being a positive force, then people gonna do it based off that. You ain't gotta put no pressure on them. They'll put the pressure on themselves to get like you. Being an example is all some people got. You know what I'm saying? Because if I got this, that, and the third going on, I might not have time to get right with you, you know what I'm saying, when you need me to show you. But if you watch, then you can see it. You know what I'm saying? That's do the knowledge. Do the knowledge. Hey, anybody, like I said, anybody that want to hit me up, feel free to hit me up. Anybody that got my, you know what I'm saying, my 219 number, make sure you use that because I'm probably got your number saved and all that. And I know who you are. If you hit up the 0700 line and I ain't got your number, then you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna assume that you're gonna let me know who you are, but you ain't got to. But we trying to build, you know what I'm saying, winners out here. We trying to make everybody win. It is 7:20 in the AM. Still hit me up on Instagram and Twitter. Still send me emails to therudeeducator@gmail.com and hit me on the hip. They still say that. Don't nobody say that shit no more. Hit my line. They don't even say that no more. See, this is what I'm saying. I need young blood come through. Let me know what's what. Like, get out the way, old man. You messing it up. This is how you do it. And we can work that way. I'm going to get on off because ain't nothing else for me to say. I'm going to say everything I got to say today. I'll come back, tomorrow and say something else. But so far as today, April 25th, we going to get on out of here. Yeah, that's it. Peace. What